everybody. Welcome back to Sarah's Table. Today, I'm super excited because we are going to be playing something that is very frothy and pink and delicious. This is a game called Cupcake Witches with Steffie de Vaan, and I hornswoggled her into coming to be on the show to play it. Don't tell her. She thinks this is an interview for a very important magazine. I'm Sarah Moore. She, her. I'm going to be your host for the night. I'm going to be your game master, cupcake master, witch master, all of those things. And I'm going to be the person who reminds you to get a drink of water because I know you're dehydrated. So take a moment and everybody have a sip, friends. It feels better, doesn't it? Good. I know I always say it's a very special episode, but I really feel like every time I get to sit down at the table, it's a very special episode. So today, the thing that makes it special is that we have somebody piping in all the way from the Netherlands, all the way across the world. I don't know that you are the farthest person that has come in, Steph, but you might be rivaling the person farthest away to call in for the show, which is just rad. Before we dive into the frosting goodness, we are going to have a quick safety discussion. I think that's super important as a responsible GM and a player and just like a human being who interacts with other people. I want to make sure everybody at my table is comfortable and that we don't wander into any territory that could potentially trigger anybody. I also want you at home to know what sort of a show you are getting into. So here on Sarah's Table, you are never going to find sexual violence, violence against children, or withholding food as punishment or starvation. We're also avoiding stereotyping groups of people, overt racism. We're getting rid of all of the isms. There will be no sexism, no racism, no homophobia here. I think that I've hit all of those things. However, if something were to happen and any of my players here at the table would discover that something hit them in an unexpected way and we were wandering into territory, they can throw up an X so that we can see it, so everyone can see if they are not comfortable doing that in such an overt, obvious way. I also have a chat in the call that we are in that they can message me directly, and we will just divert anything and call a mulligan, be done with that. Okay, so Cupcake Witches. We're going to go around the table and I'm going to have everybody introduce themselves before we build our witches. I'm going to start at the bottom of my screen, which is probably not the bottom of your screen because of technology. Nat, tell me about you.
Hi.
Hi.
Thanks, Sarah. Yes, my name is Nat Mesnard, and I've been on a number of streams with you before through Sarah's Table.
That's true.
I work with Ninth Level Games, who make some of the games I know you GM here. I've been in some of those games. I've written a couple of those games.
Yeah.
Which is just, it's always so much fun to see your game be on Sarah's Table. It's absolutely the most fun. So work with Ninth Level Games professionally, as well as teaching game design and writing. And I write RPGs. I have published several, including one with Ninth Level Games called Business Wizards. And then I have a new one coming out in this year's Level 1 anthology that I co-wrote with my often collaborator, Patrick Watson, called Gods of Rock.
Oh,
so I'll be very excited to see the Level 1 anthology, which I know Steffi also has an amazing RPG coming out in the anthology this year.
And that's in June, right?
Yes, it's June 25th. It's Free RPG Day, is the day that the anthology publishes. And depending on how your local game store does it, you can get it for free. And then a month later, we'll have it available for download digitally. So the games are always available to everyone.
Cool. I'm excited to see what that is all about. I want all the games. Give me all the games. There's never enough time to play all of the games.
That is true. We need to spawn multiple versions of ourselves.
I'm going to fire up the clone machine and then we all get to play. Javion, who are you?
Hi,
At your core.
I am just another guy who likes to play games, just like you. I am on Table Takes on Gen Con TV every Friday at 2 p.m. PST, and game night as well right afterwards. So you can catch me there talking about board game news, and it's really fun. I also DM in my spare time once a week, more if I can help it.
Sure.
And I typically just play D&D. I played a few non-D&D RPGs that I really like, but never Cupcake Witches and never anything like it. So
well, we're gonna initiate you into the Coven of Frosting today.
Yeah.
Steffi, tell us about you.
I'm Steffie de Vaan. I am a tabletop RPG designer and writer. I've worked for various companies such as Angry Hamster Publishing, Gallant Knight Games, Green Ronin, and Onyx Path. I've been on several game lines, including Vampire the Masquerade and Call of Cthulhu. I also design indie games, of which Cupcake Witches is one. And I'm looking forward to playing this. I've never been on your show, so I'm looking forward to it.
Well, generally we laugh a lot and talk about how much we like each other. So I hope that is an okay thing for you to do today. Because
that works. Right. I mean, I could in a pinch.
In a pinch. So we are very lucky today that Steffi is here, and we are going to be mining her brain for all of her Cupcake Witches information and knowledge. And in fact, she's going to lead us through character creation.
Yes.
Right now.
Yes. Okay. So Cupcake Witches is set in our world, but magic is real. Basically, it's like Charmed with cupcakes. We are all witches running a cupcake bakery together. And that's our passion, and we love cupcakes. Unfortunately, there's also a witches' council, and they've decided that we are responsible for taking care of all of the supernatural threats in our area. So we will be busy designing new cupcakes and trying delicious brownies and making frosting and sprinkles and amazing mixology drinks. And then the council will call and say, hey, there's a demon problem and we need you to go fix it. And we have to, because our magic is also created by cupcakes, and we need ingredients for our magic cupcakes. And the council is our source. So basically, it's capitalism forcing us to do with demons when really we want to just bake cupcakes.
Capitalism just gets in the way, doesn't it?
I know, right? You just want to make cupcakes, but no, now you're fighting demons. Character creation, the first thing we want to do is kind of suss out who wants to play what. You can play anything that would make sense for a cupcake bakery, including the delivery guy, or the person who sweeps the floors, or the baker, or the barista, or anything that we can fit into a bakery, which could also be a bakery / nightclub, I think.
Oh, wow.
That sounds like the coolest place. I want a bakery / nightclub.
Yes.
Just in life.
Well, if I had to choose what role I would take on in a bakery, I would definitely want to do the social media and outreach.
Oh,
yeah.
You're like the PR person, like
event planning and like
event planning at a bakery. I love that.
Yeah, that's great.
Catering, things like that.
Cool.
Yes, lots of Instagramming of cupcakes.
Love that. Like you've got a corner where you've got the lights shining on the food.
Yeah.
And tweezers to put sprinkles on top.
Yep.
Yes.
So immediately when you said barista, I was thinking that's the role for me, because in real life and probably in a lot of my imaginary lives, I love coffee so much.
Mm-hmm.
I've been a barista in the past, and there was nothing I enjoyed more than just touching coffee grounds, the sound of the machine steaming the milk and just people's delight when you hand them a mug of a beautiful latte. So I would love to be the barista.
Yeah, you've got like a selection of beans to choose from.
Yes, maybe some of them are different colors and they have magical properties too,
absolutely.
Depending on the bean.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
People are like, where do you get pink beans? So you're like, it's magic.
Exactly.
Yeah. In that case, I will play the baker who is always fiddling around with new recipes, and some of them are really good and some of them are terrible. Like she'll make like ketchup and mayonnaise cupcakes, and you two have to taste them, and you're like, we don't want to, and I'm like, no, but you have to.
Right. But it could be great. You should try it.
But it could be great.
I worked on it so hard.
Exactly. I've spent a lot of hours perfecting my mayonnaise cupcake recipe. It could be really amazing. I thought it probably isn't, but it could be. But then occasionally she comes up with these amazing flavors that are just really, really cool, like rum, chocolate, and things like that.
Yum.
So it's hiddenness.
My character definitely loves putting a positive spin on anything, any experience that you put forward.
Yes.
The taste was terrible, but it was really moist. Nice. Good texture was great.
Exactly. And then as NPC, we probably want a manager who's doing the books.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So we'll keep that one in our back pocket. Okay, let's create characters now that we know what we want to play. Step 2 is dividing 3 points across 2 motivation stats. You've got Cupcakes, that is your motivation to have a normal life. And Witchcraft is your motivation to have a magical life and delve into the supernatural. And you can divide 3 points between any way you want.
But they can't be 0, right?
No, they can't be 0. One has to be
one.
Actually, I never say that it can't be 0. I wouldn't recommend it because that makes regaining. I should probably put that into the document. That gets you in trouble later.
Okay.
I would do 1 and 2.
Yeah.
1 and 2.
What are the advantages of putting an extra point in normal or Cupcake versus Witchcraft? I feel like Witchcraft is the pretty obvious choice for people.
Because, at one point you are going to lose approaches, which is the things that you roll. And these will help regain. But also, hold on, I'm checking because I've gone through several. Here you go. Yeah, you pay motivation. You can do magic, you can just do it, but you use your motivation to pay for your magic, and depending on what you try to do with it, you would pay Cupcakes or Witchcraft. So if you want to do magic to help your friend pass your exam, that would be Cupcakes because you're helping your friend with a mundane thing. Whereas if you want to use your magic to fireball a demon, that would be Witchcraft. So you do magic with your Cupcakes motivation, but it depends on the reason behind why you are doing magic.
Got it.
Interesting.
All right. Well, I put 2 into normal.
Okay.
Or sorry, Cupcake.
Yes. Okay. And then we're going to go to approaches, which is how you solve problems. You've got 3: sugars, spice, and sprinkles. Sugar is if you want to be nice about solving a problem. That doesn't mean you have to be honest. I mean, you can lie with a smile, but you're trying to be nice about how you solve a problem. Spice is if you're getting a little bit salty and a little bit spicy about solving a problem. It's also if you choose violence, that would be spice. And sprinkles is when you solve a problem through magic. So you have to, pass your driver's exam, and you didn't do that great. And then spice would be if you kind of, you talk to the dude and you get him to like you, and then he lets you pass. And spice would be if you pull out your inner Karen and you're like, I'll get you fired if you don't pass me. And sprinkles would be if you just change his mind and he forgot that you nearly rode into a bus. So those are your stats. You start with 1 point in each, and then you add 3, 2, or 1 to them. So basically you end up with 4, 3, and 2.
All right.
Okay. Then we get into magic. You've got 2 kinds. One is cupcake magic, which we can all do equally. The same. It's literally you bake a cupcake and you bake a magical effect into it. You can bake any effect into a cupcake, assuming that you have the right ingredients and it makes sense. Basically, the GM would be the arbiter of whether it makes sense, and you have to roll for it, see if you make it work. But with enough time and the right ingredient, you could bake any cupcake, like cupcakes that explode when you throw them to people, cupcakes that ward against demons, cupcakes that bring good luck, cupcakes that make people trip. You could do anything, assuming so long as you have the right ingredients and you've got enough time to bake it. And then you have personal magic that you can just do spontaneously, and that can be potent but small. So, for example, you could shapeshift into any small black animal, or you can briefly freeze someone in time. As I said, the game is inspired by Charmed. You could read emotions or thoughts, choose one. You have vague premonitions of the future. You can move small objects with your mind, or you can just throw magic energy balls that, burn people, but lightly, because all of these are small. So it's like, it's still fire.
Still fire.
Still fire. So you can choose one of those examples, or you can make up your own.
Lots of room for creativity.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Now you have to pick something.
So I have to pick one of those.
Yeah. Or you can make one up.
Gotcha.
I think I might like to manipulate emotions.
Ooh.
Not too heavily, like you can't make somebody feel something they would never feel to begin with. You can nudge them. You can
amplify what's already there,
yeah,
dampen
amplify or dampen what's currently going on, but you can't give them completely new things because that would be too much. So I'm going to go with that.
I'm feeling drawn to the shape-shifting one. So any small black animal, you said? Like
any small black animal.
Like a little cat or a mouse, something like that.
Yes.
I would just like to point out that squirrels also come in the black variety.
Ooh,
yeah,
nice.
That's right. Oh my gosh.
So,
okay.
Just tossing that out there.
I think I would like to be able to create these minor illusory effects, maybe like decorating or making a small spark fly out of my ear.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, a little prestidigitation, if you will.
Yes.
Love
so
that.
to keep that small, you would probably have to choose one of the senses that you're making the illusions for, because otherwise it's probably too broad.
Visual. Let's just say
Visual. Yeah. Cool.
Looks different.
That feels like it would be very useful in your role as social media coordinator.
Yes.
Yeah, just like making text appear.
Text around. Love that.
Yes. Okay, and then we make the bakery. So we've already got the baker and the barista and the social media person. We said that we would do an NPC for the manager, and somebody needs to sell the cupcakes.
We'll make another NPC, or do one of you want to also sell?
I can be the person. So if I'm the barista, like I feel like in a smaller shop, the barista is like working the register. And then when people order drinks, they make the drink and then they pick the cupcakes out of the thing. So I'm happy to be the sort of the front desk person.
Yes.
Thank you for stepping up for our small business, Nat. I appreciate you.
I can cover a shift or two if you need.
Perfect. That's so perfect. Yes. I was going to say, I actually worked in a cafe that had about this many employees, and I did play a role like that. So I can think of what it's like to do that pretty easily. We didn't have cupcakes though, or only a few occasionally when the baker decided to make red velvet cupcakes.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Then the bakery is pretty much filled. Sarah, do you want to describe the manager so that we know what they're like at this point?
Sure. The manager's name is Fern. She is very, very small. She's a little petite lady. Hard to tell how old she is. Maybe would be considered ageless, as a matter of fact. She has been around as long as any of you can remember your whole life, and has always looked the same, I would say. She's very sweet and friendly, but is very good at sort of being getting her way by sort of talking circles around you.
Yes. Do we know if Fern is a witch?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, that would explain a lot.
Fern may also be not human.
Yes, it's either a witch or a fairy.
Yep. One of the two, for sure.
Okay, then we're going to roll for relationships. I need everybody to roll 2d6s, and based on what you roll, you'll get 2 questions. Obviously, we'll probably end up with some people answering the same questions. And this is how we create relationships between ourselves and between NPCs that we can make up.
So I know that I'm not technically doing this, but I rolled for Fern, and I have rolled only 3s 6 times.
Okay. Oh, that is, who is your possibly secret crush? So Fern could choose one of us, which would be awkward, an inappropriate work relationship.
Sure.
Or you could create a new NPC on the spot and say, like, so there's this delivery girl who comes in and Fern really likes her.
Yes.
Or a customer. Or
I think that Fern has I think Fern thinks it's a secret, but I think it's not really a secret to everybody else.
No, not if you roll so many 3s.
So many 3s. I think Fern has a crush on the council member that always gives them their jobs.
Oh yeah, the ones that we are like, oh no, why is she here?
Right, and Fern's like,
yes.
It just gets very excited and is always coming out. I made a new drink. There's a new drink here in the new drink. What would you please stay? Yeah.
And we've been trying to hint someone, could you please just, next time she comes with a ridiculous request, could you try saying no?
Right. She just can't say no to her. It's so hard. She's just so pretty. Here we go. Friends in love. I will come up with that. Let's see what that witch's name is, who is our council person.
Okay.
And we roll, you said 2d6?
Yes, 2d6. Yes. You'll get 2 questions to answer.
Unless you're Fern.
Yes. I rolled 2, which is immediately, that's a salty question. It's which witch is terrible to work with?
Oh, no.
Why? And does that affect your relationship outside of work? So I could choose one of you. I could also technically choose Fern as a witch, and it could just be because I hate that she keeps saying yes.
She keeps saying yes to everybody.
I love that. Just poor boundaries.
Please say no. I still have pieces of demon in my hair from last time. Tell her no for once, please. And then Fern is like, I'm going to write you up for insubordination at your job. My job is to bake cupcakes, not kill demons. Well, I'm expanding your roles.
Yeah.
Mm.
The councilwoman's name, the council witch's name is Lavender Goodfeather.
Oh, yes. Okay.
I got a 3 and
yes.
a 4.
A 3 is a secret crush, and 4 is what is a secret. The crush is possibly secret, so it can be open. And 4 is what is a secret you keep from the other witches.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay, so do I keep that secret, or do I tell you?
I mean, technically, you'd have to tell the GM.
Yeah, I think you should. I think you should tell us, and I think we are all professional enough at the table to keep that out of our role playing situations.
I would say my character definitely has a crush on. I'm gonna make an NPC for this.
Okay.
There is a regular who comes in, who likes all of the videos that I make.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't know if you want to make that up, Sarah, but I can.
Yeah.
Maybe come
do you want me to give that? Do you have a gender preference?
Yeah. Let's make him he him pronoun.
He him. Okay. I'm going to say his name is Alec.
Okay.
And Alec does not seem like the kind of person that would frequent a cupcake shop.
Oh, really?
So perhaps there is something reciprocal, though neither of you have ever said it.
Yes. Meanwhile, Nat's character and me were over here wondering how often somebody can come in to fall over Instagram photos of cupcakes.
Right.
You know, you do you.
Yeah. Like, you're just behind the counter, like, ask him out.
Yeah.
Please. Oh my God.
Yep.
Cool. And then the secret that I have from everybody is that I like to dance. I try to hide it. I don't think I'm very good at it, but I don't know. I like to dance alone in the forest. Nobody's watching.
Oh.
Wait, so do you mean you're not good at dance? You don't think you're good at dancing, or you don't think you're good at hiding it?
I don't think I'm good at dancing.
Okay, okay.
I think my character is probably hiding it as best they can.
Got it.
But it just fills you with so much joy.
Yeah.
Can't wait. I'm sure that none of this will come into play.
Great.
So I rolled a 5 and a 1.
Okay, a 1 is which witch is your bestie? And 5 is what is your greatest regret? And I also rolled a 5, so we could possibly share a greatest regret, something that we fucked up on a previous mission.
Oh, no.
Oh my gosh. Well, then I feel like it's actually making sense to me that you would also be my bestie. Because
relationship forged in fire.
Yeah. Yes. Like maybe we both screwed something up together, and that resulted in this like deep bond we now have as coworkers and collaborators.
Yes. Okay, then we would have to settle on the thing that went wrong. How serious do we want it to be? Like, did we fail to save someone, or did we used to be a coven of 4 witches?
Oh.
One of them turned evil, and we weren't able to make her not be evil.
I love that idea. Actually,
that's great.
Let's go with that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, maybe in fact, we had a third person that you and we were sort of a very close as a kind of, maybe when we were younger, we were friends with this person together. Like when we went to magical baking school or something.
Yes, but it could also be all of us, because the 3 of us, and Fern, so the 4 of us, we're one coven. So it could be that something happened, but you and I feel like it was our fault.
Our fault.
It was our fault
idea.
that she became evil, because we were very close to her. So we feel like that was on us, but we would all know her and all know that she's evil now. And she needs a name, which you can come up with.
Let's see. My name generator here.
So handy.
Let's just say her name was Nia, Nia.
Nia. And she's still alive, right?
Yes, she is.
Is that N as in Nancy? IA?
Yep.
Yes, she's still alive and using her magic for nefarious purposes.
Oh no.
Okay, then we would go to designing NPCs. I feel like we've done that because we have Fern, the manager, we have Alec, the Instagram lover, we have Nia, the evil witch, and we've got Lavender Goodfeather, the council member. That's 4.
Yeah.
I think that's enough. So a quick run through mechanics. Whenever you want to do something, you describe how you want to do it, anything is possible, and then you decide whether you would use sugar, spice, or magic for it. You roll. If you roll less or equal than your approach, it succeeds. If you roll 1 higher, it succeeds with a complication of the GM's approach, and you drop the approach by 1 point temporarily. And if the roll is 2 higher than your approach, the action fails, and you also reduce the approach by 1. You regain a point of approach automatically for every success that you roll without a complication. So every time you roll less or equal to. If you hit 0 on any of them, you can't use them anymore. And like if your sugar drops to 0, you become so angry that you literally can't think clearly anymore. Or the opposite happens with sugar. And you become so meek and docile that you just do whatever the enemy says. So sugar would be either you are completely out of sugar or you're all sugar, but and you would choose whichever one you think is appropriate at that time. And the same goes for all of them. So spice, you become incredibly violent and hot-tempered and you just go off all the time, or you just, I'm done. I don't care. Let's go home. This is not my circus. These are not my monkeys. So that happens if it drops to 0, but also if it drops to 0, you don't raise it anymore through successful rolls. You can't anymore. And then you have to take an evening of self-care or a girls' night out or baking or clubbing or whatever it is, secretly dancing, whatever it is you do to be happy again. Combat takes... combat is all conflict is combat, so not just physical, but also mental or emotional. It's all conflict. You roll spice for conflict, unless the conflict is I'm trying to nicely persuade someone, but that's more like chicanery than combat. And you roll that as you normally do. If you win, the opponent suffers a resilience damage, and based on how resilient they are, it takes more or less time to get past them, and you still fail. If you fail a roll, you still lose an approach as normal. And then there's when you do magic. So depending if you want to bake a magic cupcake or use your personal magic, it's both magic. You roll sprinkles for that. And the idea is the same. If it's less or equal to your sprinkle, it does exactly what you wanted. If it's 1 higher than your sprinkles, it works, but not as you want it. Just there's something off. There's a drawback or a limitation. Like it only works for 1 round, or it only works on 1 person, and everybody else is not fooled. And if it's 2 higher, it just doesn't work at all. But also for each magic, you have to pay a point of motivation, either cupcakes or witchcraft, depending on what you're trying to influence. So if you are trying to influence something mundane through magic, you would use cupcakes. And if you're trying to influence something magical through magic, you would use witchcraft.
Great.
Yep. And the GM can say if you want to use your personal magic, If it's easy, in which case the rolls are just normal, or hard, in which case you would have to absolutely roll equal to, lower than. So equal to wouldn't be sufficient.
Cool.
So do we need to like bring an oven everywhere we go in order to bake cupcakes on the fly and chuck them at enemies?
Yes, it behooves you to have a assortment of cupcakes at the ready.
Gotcha.
Could have like a little bandolier of cupcakes.
Yes.
Though for Nat's character, possibly we could also say that it can be coffee.
Yes. Yeah. I've got a bandolier of like the cups.
Of like cold brew bottles. Like,
yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Got a cake pop like boot holster.
Love it.
Yeah.
For like it's a little one shooter like hidden in your ankle.
Yes. There is a limit. Let me see where I have it. The number of active cupcakes or coffee cold brews you can have is equal to 1 plus your current sprinkles rating. So if it doesn't work and you lose a point of sprinkles and now you're over your max, you immediately choose one that loses its magical potency.
Oh.
And you regain motivation should you run out by accomplishing the motivation in a real and meaningful way without the use of magic.
Oh, gotta dip into your normie side.
Yes. Yes, but also if you lose your witchcraft motivation and you want to regain that, you would just be like holed up in a library full of esoteric tomes, doing like the trials and reading everything, and you would replenish it that way.
Cool.
And that's the mechanics.
What is everybody's name?
My character's name is Tabitha. She goes by Tabby with her friend.
Yes.
Tabby.
Pronouns are she, her.
Excellent.
Well, that is so handy that you did that. How do I? Oh, here.
Yep.
Right click on your picture.
Yes.
I want my character to be named Galaxy.
Love that.
Oh, nice.
And she goes by similarly Gal or Galley. So you guys can decide how you nickname her, but she's definitely like, you can call me whatever, full name, partial name, whatever feels good to you. So.
Okay.
Love that.
Then I will go with Amanda, and that's Mandy for short.
Mandy.
Okay.
We have Mandy, Galley, and Tabby.
That's the cutest. And what is the name of your cupcakery?
Oh, I had an idea. If anybody wants to hear it.
Yeah, let's hear it.
The honey bean, because with your like barista stuff, I was thinking because you got like the coffee beans. Honey is just very sweet.
I love that.
I love the idea.
And you could have a little like bee as your mascot.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! And the body of the bee is a coffee bean.
Yes.
And that's
With little eyes.
That's your signature thing to make on the coffees.
Yeah, it's a little bee.
Yep. Oh my gosh! Yes. Oh, I'm picturing it. It's so beautiful.
Love it. Is everybody ready to dive in?
Yes.
Okay. So it's a normal morning at the Honey Bean. Your shop is somehow always the perfect level of busy. You are never slammed. You are never slow. You have a steady stream of happy customers who sometimes aren't sure why they're even there, but they come in and they find what they are looking for. It's very bright and colorful and welcoming inside the Honey Bean. It always smells like what your kitchen smelled like when you were waking up as a child. It's different for every person, but it's always that smell. They're always like, man, every time I come in here, it just reminds me of when I was like so happy. I would wake up on Saturday morning and my mom would be in the kitchen cooking, and it just like floods everybody with these happy memories. You're all at your stations. Yes. Mandy is fiddling with her newest creation, and Gal you are prepping prepping your coffee drinks for the day. Tab, you're setting up some stuff in the corner. You have this great idea for this new shoot. It's going to be wonderful. You have a little bell that jingles like an old school shop bell when then somebody comes in, and it sounds a little clanky this morning, which is strange because usually it's musical and lovely. And when you look up, you see this tall, slim, white-haired figure in traditional witch clothing. And you all know that this is Lavender, and Lavender never brings good news.
No. I'm just I'm walking up with a tray full of cupcakes. I baked 6 to try. Half are I baked 12, and
Okay.
six are honey nougat, and 6 are honey mustard. And I'm walking in to find people to try them, and I see Lavender, and I just make a U-turn and I walk back.
She's right back. Okay. Lavender looks around, sort of does a scan. Lavender always looks a little bit like she is very uncomfortable in this place. We don't think Lavender has a lot of joy in her life. So when she is surrounded by obvious joy, it makes her a little uncomfortable. Yes. So she's here and she is scanning, and she locks eyes with Gal and makes a beeline to, which I have to say that there's probably on the floor an actual beeline to start, where you said it's a little sweet, like curvy. Yes. She walks up. I'm sure that you've heard of the problems that are coming through the town, and we're going to need you to take care of them again today. Thank you.
So in response, I do the thing with the espresso machine that just makes a really loud hissing noise. And I go, I wasn't aware that there were any problems. We're having a pretty nice time in here. So could you give me some details on really what the issue is?
I'm sorry. I assumed that your magic was strong enough that you would have known what was happening. Perhaps I should relay it to someone more strong in your coven.
So what I'd like to actually say is that this
throw coffee on her.
No, this is a signal. Actually, like when I do that, I would love to say that in our coven, we kind of, that's me being like, hey guys, I need help out here.
Mayday.
And Mandy knows that she's here and has gone to hide. But I feel like Tabitha and I maybe have worked this out a little bit. Like, okay, normally I'm totally cool there, but since you sometimes help at the front, I'm like doing it a second time. Like maybe she'll hear it this time.
Yeah, Tabby's gonna see what's happening, just like kind of like scowl and just like push her like blue hair like over her ear and stand up, and she's just like very sternly walk over and says, Lavender, what is it this time?
Yes, you. Is Fern around? Is she?
Wait, Mandy's standing in the door to the kitchen behind the glass like that.
What's wrong, Lavender? You could just tell me. Is it my latest video? Is it not getting enough likes? Rio?
I don't care about your Instagram feed. Something is manipulating dreams of the mortals. It's causing problems. Lots of magical static. I'm honestly a little confused that you haven't felt it here. It's affecting all of us with magical prowess. It's like a static in the back of your brain. It mutes magic. That's, you know what? That's fine. You're probably on the lower end. Listen, all I know is that the council wants you to take care of it. So off you go.
Fine.
She scans one more time. She doesn't see Fern. If you were to actually look close, you would see that she looks sort of wistful and disappointed for a moment, but covers it up quickly with her like imperious face, and then sort of stomps out. And as soon as she leaves,
Hey, wait, you still haven't followed me on Twitter.
it's true, she hasn't. As soon as she leaves, things sort of come back to stasis, right? Like the door opens again, and that bell sounds the normal amount of musical that you are expecting. And you do notice that your folk, all your customers, as they're coming in, they do look a little like extra tired. Like people have been asking for extra shots in their drinks, and this morning they seem to all really need a boost. Everybody's really sleepy.
Yeah. And I'm turning to Tabby and saying, God, she's so annoying. But I had noticed that we're doing like twice as much coffee as we do on a normal day. And I wasn't going to say anything because like I noticed this thing going on too. I thought it was the caffeine. Because when people order more coffee, I can't help but drink more coffee. Like it's a cycle that I get into with the people. Like, but I don't think she's wrong that there's something going on. What did she say? It was like white noise at the back of your dream. Has that happened to you?
Yeah, I've definitely been having nightmares of these like strange, weird like patches in the dream. Like usually I'm just like laying on this like big bed. There's like roses all around me, and that's just how I sleep. But like
that's just your bed. It's just
my bed. Like,
roses. Yeah.
But in my dream though, I'm usually doing something really cool. You don't need to know what I'm doing in the dream, but yeah, like in it, I just remember like I don't know, there's like weird patches of like white noise, like you're saying, like static. So weird.
Yeah. So this is, I mean, I hate it when she's right. It's just the worst.
We should get Fern.
Let's go get Fern. I mean, let's be very general about this so she doesn't fixate on the fact that Lavender was here.
Oh, wait, where's Mandy?
I don't know. She came in and left, which Mandy, I signaled with the espresso machine, but
I'll get her.
Yeah.
Mandy, yeah.
I come out of the kitchen. So, what did Lavender want?
Hi, Mandy.
There's something going on with people's dreams, and like, honestly, I think she's right about it. So anyway, she said that there's something manipulating people's dreams. And it occurred to me that you actually might, because the style of magic that you do is sort of similar in influencing like internal stuff in people, which I know nothing about, but something's out there and people are tired. People are ordering coffee like crazy.
That's good for revenue.
That's a very good point.
Yes.
And it comes out that Mandy's the one that's doing it, and she's just trying to boost sales.
She just developed this new line of super caffeinated coffee cupcakes. Have we noticed this ourselves? I mean, if I'm trying to figure out if only regular humans or witches too are affected.
Yeah. So, Lavender mentioned that it feels in magic practitioners, folk who are blessed with magic, that it feels like static in the background of their dreams and their thoughts. Like there's something almost that you're not even recognizing until you think about it. You know how like if your back hurts and then you go to a chiropractor and they fix it, you don't realize how bad your pain level had gotten until it is no longer there. It's something that you've just sort of like been tuning out. But if you focus on it now, even without trying to, like, you all can feel something sort of pressing on your consciousness.
Okay, that's weird. I'm getting like reception interference, but like in my head.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, I suppose we should definitely fix that then.
Yeah.
So what are we going to tell Fern?
I mean, is Fern in today?
Fern is always here.
Yes. I mean, we what if we just tell her that we've noticed this?
Take
and
credit
we would
for
like
it.
to exactly, or we would like to investigate.
Yeah, great idea. Love that.
I like your thinking. Let's make her way back to the her office back there and see if we can just let her know we're going to have to step out for a minute.
Fern's office is covered in plants, or is made of plants. Hard to tell. One of the two. So she is in there somewhere. Yeah, you sort of have to.
We were like parting the ferns, right? So I like come towards this thing that's like this and push them open and kind of poke my head in to try to see if I can sort her out from all of these plants. Hey, Fern.
Fern is suddenly there, right next to you.
Oh,
yeah.
Always
Hi.
do that.
Yeah.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. How are the books?
Good. She puts her hand out and pulls it back from behind like a plant, and the books are there. She's like, yeah, you know what? It looks like we're doing a brisk business on coffee this morning. That's nice. There's more. What have you been doing? You've been doing something special?
Well, I mean, actually, I have to give credit to Tabby's recent Instagram story campaign that she's been working on. It's absolutely amazing. She's been taking pictures of my drinks, and it's like this animated thing where you can see the steam coming off the top of the drink. Very awesome.
Yeah. It's very impressive how they get the pictures to move.
I know.
Like the drawings. I can never get my drawings to move as much as Tabby's.
That's okay. I mean, honestly, your drawings, they have a life of their own. They pop out of the page. They don't need to move.
That's true. I appreciate you. That's very nice.
We appreciate you. And, there's just this thing happening. Mandy, why don't you explain it? Because Mandy, I feel like it's the most like well-spoken of the group.
So actually, we started to figure it out because the coffee sales have been doing so great, and people have come in and their emotions are just a little bit out of whack, and we think there might be some sort of psychic or emotional leech situation going on, and we would like to delve into it and see what we can find. It might be something to do with the dreamscape.
Oh, yeah. Well, that seems pretty important. You should probably check that out. Maybe we should call the council? Should we talk to Lavender about it? Maybe they know something.
I mean, but then they're just gonna ask for more details, and we don't have any. We would look much more accomplished if we can call them and tell them that we fixed it.
Oh, right. Yeah, that would be good. Maybe, maybe when we fix it, we could like put together a little like cupcake basket and send it over. I could deliver it. I could take it.
I've got these amazing honey mustard cupcakes that I need taste testing. So,
oh yeah, those are really good. I tried those.
Honey mustard.
Chef's Cat.
It's interesting. That seems like I'll try anything once, I guess.
Mhm.
No, Gal's making a weird body gesture that I don't understand.
How dare you?
Strange.
You guys, I'm imagining that the two of you are standing and I'm kind of like to the side, like, don't eat them.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I'm sure we'll figure it out. I'm sure it'll be great. But yeah, I mean, go fix it. I bet that, there will probably be a break in customers. And she like looks over to the side and cocks her head. And then she goes, yep. I think you have a couple hours.
Thank you.
And then she's just gone.
Oh,
Okay.
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 Yep.
Well, bye, Fern.
Given that Lavender said it was a dream thing, I would like to see if we can find ingredients for 2 cupcakes. One that we all take a bite and it immediately puts us to sleep and in a shared dream state.
Oh,
And another that comes with us into the dream state and we all take a bite and we immediately wake up.
God.
Ooh.
Interesting.
I know where to find sleeping powder. Yeah, we could just make some out of some of the toadstools by the river.
I think that's a good idea.
And then for the waking up cupcake, I mean, we already have my kind of finely ground espresso powder that is available for all of the sort of coffee range of cupcakes. So I actually just had been working on a fresh batch when there was a customer lull because people were so tuned in with the coffee stuff today. So I can actually just go get that out of my little, it's like because I have all these like cold brew bottles and stuff, it's a little bit like a potions situation that I have out there underneath the
Sort of an apothecary
machine.
chest thing.
Yeah.
That is exactly, yes, it opens like this and you see all these coffee implements and bottles of things.
So we need to go find some toadstools, the proper toadstools.
Yes.
Yeah. They're yellow with white spots.
Okay. Let's give that a go. This definitely feels like a check of some kind.
Before we leave the shop,
Yes.
Tabby's gonna say like, "Are we ready, girls?"
Yes.
Do we have a magical girl montage happening?
And then Tabby like raises both her arms up over her head, and like yellow bubble text, it just reads like "Huzzah!" with like exclamation point.
Oh my God.
Amazing.
Well, in the spirit of that, I will definitely say that I'm putting 4 bottles of mysterious coffee-based decoctions in my bandolier.
Okay.
And then I run my hand through my, never described this, but it's part of the vibe for me. I have like an undercut. So on one side it's shaved. This side is long.
Yeah.
And the way that looks is it's a 2-color thing. So the undercut is like just like gray white, and then the top is black.
Yes.
So
Nice.
kind of do this because I'm that punk barista and just kind of falling.
Yeah, I think
Tabby.
I think there's a pause on the huzzah, and then there's a pause after you've suited up. And what about Mandy? Does Mandy also get a pause, or is she too cool for that?
Well, Mandy is just I'm getting supplies for the journey. We'll be gone for at least an hour, so I'm taking 12 cupcakes, including the new ones.
Really
but I will stay with the hair theme because I know that Tabitha had blue hair. I'm going to go with half is just cotton candy pink, and the other half is like a bright dandelion yellow.
Oh, I love it. I have hair envy of all of these people.
I know.
I wanted to be on my head one day.
Yes.
Great. So you know where to get it, right? Tabby, you have okay. So you head down to the river. Definitely we're going to do a check. This feels like a sprinkles check to make sure that you can find the proper ingredient.
Got it.
Yes. To make sure that you get the right magical toadstools and not the regular ones that look exactly the same.
All right. Am I rolling 2d6?
I believe you roll 1d6. Is that
1d6.
correct, Steffi?
Yes, you roll 1d6 and then it's.
And what is
equal.
your sprinkles at this moment?
3.
3. So you need to roll equal or less than a 3 to
I rolled a
succeed.
1.
You rolled a 1.
Nice.
Yeah. You found.
So I'm like walking around and
keep finding them.
as we like sort of like split off. I'm just like I got my like camera phone with me and I'm like taking pictures and like doing like kissy face and stuff like that. And then like hashtag girl boss and in the caption it says might just invade your dreams later, IDK. She's like so distracted.
Yeah, but you found all the stuff that you're looking for. Like
Perfect.
yeah, you have a little bundle of them. And you took a couple of great pictures for your personal Instagram feed as well as for the shop's Instagram feed.
No, please don't post toadstools on the shop's Instagram feed. People are gonna freak out.
Oh,
They're gonna think that we put shrooms in there,
yeah. Okay. Yeah.
and then the
that
health
makes sense.
inspection comes over.
Okay. Well, as long as I can post it to mine, then we're fine.
Yes, you can. And actually, maybe we should try to figure out if people have been having. Maybe we can talk to somebody if they've been having weird dreams to figure out more.
Oh yeah. I'll search through my feed and I'll see what I can come up with.
Oh yeah. Why don't you do a this feels like a sugar. You are being kind and gentle in your gathering of information. So give me a sugar.
Well, actually, could I say maybe things can often get a little how you say there's a lot of drama in my feed very often.
Does Tabby like poke at the drama?
Oh yeah. Tabby is a fire starter.
Okay,
she loves the book fair.
All right. Well, then I can see it being a spice roll instead.
Oh, I got a 6.
You got a 6. Okay,
My spice is 4.
That's just a fail and a complication. So your approach goes down by 1. So your spice approach is now a 3 instead of a 4. The problem is that you weren't able to get past the first picture on your feed because it was Alec looking so cute and like ruggedly handsome and outdoorsy. He's hiking through the woods and it had like big selfies and you just got sucked in and you were like, oh, and you're
saving all of these.
Yeah, you're loving all the things. And so you didn't find any information about dreams.
My gosh. Oh, I hope Alec is okay.
Oh, and the complication is that you liked all of his posts, and that's way too obvious.
You went
Oh no.
deep dive.
Oh no.
Click.
Oh no. Oh,
You
no,
accidentally
I'm
liked
super
something from a
clingy.
year ago. It was a
We can all feel that. Like, oh no.
Oh my gosh. I feel like Mandy and I are just sort of like over here on the banks of the river, like, what is she doing?
The camera pulls back and the two of you are just looking at her and she's having like full on like anime body contortions of like, oh, what? Oh no. Oh, just freaking out on the side of the river.
And now you can't unlike it because what if he already saw that you liked it and then he's going to think that you don't like him?
The notification.
So now you have to let the yellow like stand and
There's actual smoke like rising up out.
Yes.
Like real smoke. Like illusory smoke.
Oh my gosh. I feel like we need to give you a cupcake to calm you down.
Oh, I've got a cupcake. I'm going to roll. You roll. Odds is you get the honey nougat and even is you get the honey mustard.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
That's really good. I got a 6 again.
That's even. That's the mustard.
Mustard?
That's
Got
the
it.
honey mustard cupcake.
You don't have like a cookie or anything?
Wait,
Oh.
No, I make
No?
cupcakes. I work in a cupcake bakery.
Okay. I'll
Do
try
you
it.
think we should expand to macarons?
I'm such a huge fan of oatmeal raisin.
So not enjoying the honey mustard cupcake is what I'm hearing.
Okay, I'll try it.
Okay.
I mean, I worked really hard on the recipe. It's very novel. I've never seen anyone do a honey mustard cupcake.
Yeah, it's
had-
terrible. It's terrible.
I've never had anything like it. It's very. Are cupcakes supposed to be zesty?
This cupcake is.
Yes.
Okay. Thanks, Mandy. Well, it's definitely taking my mind off of whatever I was
Yeah, it has
before.
broken the mood.
Yes.
Well done.
So as this is happening, I'm remembering that some people had come in a little earlier into the shop, and they got a bunch of drinks and a whole big box of cupcakes. And they said that they were going to take them down to the river actually to have a picnic. And as this occurs to me, I'm thinking, like, I wonder if these folks are anywhere nearby. Because maybe we could talk to them and they especially kind of ordered a lot of coffee, like the extra big size that we do.
And like a quad shot, like
Yeah.
how
more
much can you
espresso.
legally put in
Yeah,
before?
exactly. So I'm going to kind of look around to see if there's any sight of people having a picnic.
Let me see. Yeah, there are some folk. I mean, there are definitely, like, this is not a very secret place. It's like, so it's in the park. People like to come here a lot. So you do see several groups of people. And there is one not too far away, and you think they're probably the people that you talked to this morning.
Great. Yeah. Mandy, do you think we should talk to them?
Oh, you sold them a lot of coffee, didn't you?
I did. Yeah.
Yes, they are perfect. We could start with, hi, you visit the bakery a lot?
I feel like Mandy doesn't get to come out from behind the counter very often.
No, there's a reason I'm in the kitchen.
Yeah, so it's about, I'm going to say they're 3 friends, and they are sitting around. They have their box of cupcakes, and then they also had they ordered 2 coffee drinks a piece, like this morning. So they.
Oh, yeah. Actually, I've got it. Okay, give me one of your coffees, the regular ones, not the magical ones.
I give you one of it's just a bottle of cold brew.
Because I don't work at the front of the shop, so they don't know me, so I'm undercover.
Mm.
And I go sit next to them with my coffee, and I strike up conversation like, oh my God, you go to the bakery. I go there too. The barista, she's so amazing. She does these amazing coffees. I really needed my coffee this morning. I've had the most terrible night. Just weird. Oh, I see you got the honey glaze. It was so delicious. The honey nougat, because for some weird reason, Fern has not signed up on the honey mustard.
I don't know why. It's just,
Don't know why.
she's missing out, really.
But yeah, so I try to be friendly and strike up a conversation, just natural, and then steer the conversation to coffee, and then from there steer it to sleep and lack of sleep.
Give me a sugar roll.
Okay, I'm going to try that. My sugar is 4, and I rolled a 3.
Yeah. They, for some reason, this little socially awkward stranger that just like sat down next to them and started talking about coffee they're like, yeah, okay, this seems normal. Like, yeah, I have been just so tired, like terrible dreams, right? Like it's been like a couple nights now, right? They're just like guzzling. One of them is literally falling asleep as you're talking, like not nodding off, and they're just shaking themselves and drinking more of the coffee. They have consumed way too much coffee in a short amount of time. It is not healthy for them.
No. Do any of them share anything about if they've had similar dreams, like they've all dreamt about red doors or something?
They start talking about their dreams, and it seems like the only thing that links them is that they're like very bad dreams. They're just like their own personal worst fear.
Okay. That's probably. Can I? Wanting to stay awake is is being hyped up on coffee an emotion?
I mean, it would.
Can I amplify that?
Yeah.
So they
Yeah,
have
I'm
an
gonna say
easier time
yes.
staying awake. I'm going to try to amplify that so that they have an easier time to stay awake, because I don't want them to have nightmares. That would be bad for
Sort
them.
of like,
oh no, my sprinkles is 3 and I rolled a 4.
oh no. Okay, well, I mean, it does work.
It does work, but it drops.
But you drop down 1, and then also I think the complication is that you maybe nudged it a little too hard, and now they are like jittery awake. Like,
Hey.
we have to do something. I have so much energy. We should do something. Do you want to like work out? What should we do? We push something? They like get up and they start like just like lifting stuff. Like one lifts another one and they're like, oh yeah, this is great. Let's do it. Like they're just like manic at this moment.
My job here is done. And I'm just, everything's fine.
Like-
okay.
Like hiding in the bushes with Tabitha. I'm like, take a picture of this for Instagram.
I'm way ahead of you.
Tabitha's been building the whole time. All right.
Yeah, so it's definitely affecting people, but they don't all dream of like the same monster.
What are they dreaming about?
I mean, failing their exams, liking Instagram posts that are a year old,
Oh
Yeah.
no.
Clowns.
Yeah.
all the terrible things in life.
All
Yes.
the terrible
Mm.
things in life.
What was that other ingredient we were gonna get?
Coffee beans
Right.
for the waking up potion, but I think you were going to make a cold brew potion instead of a cupcake.
God.
Yeah. So should we head back so we can make these wake up and fall asleep cupcakes, or did you bring
Yes.
your portable oven? Oh, okay.
I
Let's
don't
go back
know.
to this.
I mean,
Easy
I don't
bake
have
oven?
Easy bake oven. I was thinking about that, but no. That would go against my artistry. I have a full kitchen.
Yeah.
Great.
But
So
you know, in a pinch, sometimes
Yes.
to
We
work
actually-
with
we-
inferior things.
We've got like this Ghostbusters backpack that has an easy bake oven in it.
The little cupcake buster.
that's what I
Yes.
was thinking about. Like I kind of imagined it's on your back. Like
I mean, this is an amazing business model because then you could just you could be a portable cupcake shop. So
Yes.
Mm?
the Honey Bean 3000 in the future, we'll get
Yes.
there. It's on the table. We can't quite get it to not overheat yet.
Yeah,
We're
and especially the flaw in the business model is the baking cupcakes on the spot, because we know how much people like waiting 20 minutes for a cupcake.
It's their
Right.
favorite thing. Yeah,
Yes.
for sure.
Absolutely.
We could only figure out a way to like reach in and anticipate exactly what kind of cupcake they would want in 20 minutes and then start it 20 minutes before.
Yes.
And it can only do one at a time. There's a lot of problems with this
Yes,
business model.
it needs work.
Working on it.
Yes.
so it sounds like we're going to go back to the shop, and I need to
Yes.
make a cold brew that is actually a member of a dream world, because we need to be able to drink it when we are there.
Yes.
That sounds super easy.
I'll grab my mortal and pestle and
Great.
I'll set up my tripod. So
Okay. So there's
No
plenty of
worries.
light. Yep.
Great.
question for the GM.
Yeah.
How many people are in this? I don't know. Are we in a town or just an enclave in the forest?
Yeah. I feel like it is. I don't know if any of you watched Gilmore Girls, but this feels like Stars
Yes.
Hollow to me. It's small, but and like cozy, but it's also accessible from like larger cities and stuff. And so you do get people who will come to the Honey Bean
Yes.
from out of town, but like it's a little bit of a tucked away hamlet, I would say.
Got it.
That makes sense.
Yep.
This is not
Okay.
a bustling metropolis.
Okay.
So if we're back at the shop, I want to go ahead and get into my like coffee, cold brewing zone and
Yeah.
try to make these dream potions.
Cool. I mean, this is a sprinkles check, I would say. Or perhaps do we need to do a looking at my magic chart? La 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 la. Like a personal magic kind of thing.
My personal magic is shape shifting, so I don't think it would help. I think I have to just try
Okay.
to make it with.
All right, yeah, just
spell
do it.
checks.
Let's do a sprinkles check then.
Okay. My sprinkles is a 3.
Okay.
So let's see what I roll. I'm going to roll my digital dice roller and it's a 2.
Yay! You did it. You feel really good about it. Like
Yeah.
this is
Yeah.
some of your best work, I think. You feel very confident. And you turn back around, you have it, you know, you have your doses. You turn back around and Fern is there.
Well, hi, Fern.
Hi, Gal. Guess what? Guess what?
So what?
I went and saw Lavender.
Okay. How was
It
that?
was great. She already knows about it. She already knows about the problem. It's interesting because she said that she already talked to you.
We have
About
no
it.
recollection of that.
No?
Wait. Oh, Fern. I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah. She posted about it. Yeah, we're in the comment thread on her Facebook where she was talking about it.
Oh.
That's probably what she meant.
Oh. Right. Fern has no idea how to do any kind of electronic situation. Oh, I thought maybe she came in. I was just sad that I had missed her, you know?
Well, I mean, how did your meeting go?
Oh, pretty good. It was nice to see her, you know? But she said something about it being pretty urgent that it be fixed.
Well, that's why I made these potions. So we are going to go fix it. We're going to take a nap, and the nap is going to take us into the dream realm, and then we'll fix it there, and we'll be back. We'll be done by the time the spell to dispel customers is over. We swear. We've got it all under control. We just need the cupcake that puts us to sleep. That's all we need. And then we'll be ready.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, that sounds fun.
We got this.
Okay.
Totally.
And you all strangely have glanced away to check on something, and when you turn back, Fern is just gone.
Oh. Well, I guess she's on board.
Yes.
We should definitely get somewhere where we won't be out in the open.
You don't want to
Mess
take a
with us.
nap just on the floor of the honeybean right
Yes.
there.
Wouldn't want anybody to wake us up in
Yeah.
the middle
Do
of
we
it.
still have to
Pretty
make
dangerous.
the going to sleep cupcake?
Yes, please. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah,
I've got the
only if you
sleeping
want to go
powder.
to sleep.
Okay.
Ready to
I-
go.
Yeah, I've turned off the tripod. I'm like, no videos of shrooms in the kitchen. We are going to get in so much trouble.
This is not what we would do. What we want
We
to
don't
promote here at
show
the.
them
I have
the
I have-
behind the scenes.
No, Gal and I have spent like hundreds of cupcakes and free coffees to build a good relationship with the health inspection, and we are not letting you undo our work.
Look at these things we found in the dirt outside. We put it in our cupcakes.
I washed them.
Come and eat
People
them.
people love shiitake mushrooms.
Are
They
these
taste
even
the same thing.
strictly edible? Like, we don't know that. Don't make a movie where we put them in a cupcake.
I
Yeah.
put the neutralizing reagent in it.
It's probably
okay.
fine. It's probably fine. All right. Let's have a roll.
Tabitha, were you making them?
I was gonna make the sleeping powder. And ask her
let's
help with the
let's
cupcake.
make the sleeping powder first. So Tabitha, give me a sprinkles roll.
Sprinkles. It is. I got a 4, but my sprinkles is 3.
Oh.
Okay, so it does work, but your sprinkles is gonna drop back down to a 2 now. So it is successful, but it's a little different, and you at this moment can't figure out why. But like something is off about it, but you're not sure what it is.
Well done.
Okay.
Wow, this came out great.
Okay.
Probably.
and then like noticing that she's sort of acting a little insecure about it, I misinterpreted as a continued sense of anxiety about the incident on Instagram with Alec.
Yes.
And I pat her on the shoulder a little bit and I'm like, don't worry about him. He's not going to be upset that you liked a photo. It's only going to be good things.
Oh, what, Alec? Him?
Oh no! Now I'm thinking about that too.
Honestly, already forgot about it. Wasn't even thinking about it.
Good.
Probably not even on my mind currently.
I'm so glad you're just focused right on this mission because you're awesome. And this coven is going to do such a good job.
Thanks.
Yep. Okay.
But with the sleeping powder, I think I might have made a little. Well, not enough. Unfortunately.
Hopefully Mandy can stretch it out. She's really good at adjusting recipes to make
Mandy,
it work.
This is what I came up with.
Okay.
I had to start over because I was a little distracted.
Okay, let me see what I roll for my sprinkles. That is not good. That is a 5, which means it fails.
Okay. So you baked the cupcakes. They are baked. They have the powder in them. That's it. They came out. You feel like they're not.
Yeah, they're like the most amazing red velvet with a touch of rum cupcakes.
They are delicious.
Not magical.
But like they're just regular cupcakes.
Yes.
I don't know if that's gonna put me to sleep or give me a sugar high.
Yep.
One way to find out.
Okay, so I definitely eat one and just think I'm hoping it's working because I don't know if like I'm necessarily able to like tell much about the magic of the cupcakes you bake. I'm just like, looks good to me. So
yeah, when we sit around and unless the dreamscape looks exactly like the bakery.
Are we asleep right now?
I mean,
Considering how I haven't actually eaten any of the cupcakes yet,
I didn't eat it.
I'm gonna say probably not yet.
Shoot.
Okay, well, Mandy is feeling off of her groove. She's like, maybe we should do something else for a little while.
Yeah.
I mean, let's see. Wait, hold on. Let's see here. Let me throw a complication at you.
Oh,
So you're all sitting around trying to get to sleep, having a very hard time. Out of the corner of your eye, you see movement, ducking like past your big glass front and behind into the alley behind your store.
Get behind me. Did you see that? Did you see
Immediately
that?
get behind you. Yep.
Yes, shield me, please. Thank you.
100%.
Someone's out there.
I mean, does the alley get visited? Did we have like a weird, uncanny feeling, or does it happen a lot?
It was strange. It looked it didn't look like somebody walking back,
Okay.
It looked like a trying to be furtive ducking around.
Okay, hold on. Fern has that spell in effect right now. The dispel customers.
Mm-hmm.
So someone crossed through the field of the spell and is out there. What does that mean?
That means they're not a customer.
goes he wins.
Yes, I go get my the pin that you use to. Wait, you don't roll cupcake dough, but you do roll fondant. I get my pen, my rolling pen.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good.
I am going to make myself look like I have devil horns.
Ooh.
Perfect.
Love it.
Yeah.
Which sometimes you do just for funsies because it's nice, but this time it's to be intimidating.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah.
Got it.
Scary devil horns.
And I will actually, so there's the thing that hooks into the espresso machine that you put espresso into.
Yeah.
So it has a black handle and then there's like a heavy metal piece.
Yeah. Ready.
That's my little
Shake out the extra coffee grounds.
I hit it on the thing because so with an espresso setup, you commonly have like a square container with it's got a piece like this that you hit that on to get the coffee out of.
Yeah.
Hit.
Thunk, thunk, thunk.
And then I brandish it as don't mess with me. Don't mess with this coffee witch.
So you come around the corner.
Oh, sorry. One quick thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
Gally, if anything goes wrong, don't forget you can shapeshift.
Thanks, Tabitha. I really appreciate that.
That is good advice.
And remember, and let's try to get it on camera this time. Because last time you did off screen, and I got a comment saying like, "Oh man, how do they do that?" And like I had like I don't know what to tell them.
Yeah, I'll try to do it in a way that looks good for the gram this time. I'm so sorry to miss that last time. I just wasn't thinking about it. I was so nervous.
That's okay. I'll just keep my camera.
We're under attack, but okay.
So you come around the corner, out of the front of the shop and around the corner, and you see a figure standing in the alley, and she turns around and kind of smirks at you, and she says, "Oh, hello, sisters," and you're standing high noon style at the other end of the alley across from Nia. And that's where we're going to take our bio break. So we will be back in a few minutes. I think everybody watching at home, you should go get a cupcake and a cup of coffee because that feels correct.
Yes.
Magical or non-magical, your choice. So we'll see you in a few minutes. Bye.
Perfect.
Welcome back from the break. We talked about cupcakes more and massages and how everybody should have them. And we ate cookies and pretzels. And sadly, none of us ate a cupcake. Steffi's got a cupcake
right there.
Should have known. Steffi came prepared. She has played this game before.
She just reached behind her self and
someone in my household graciously made cupcakes.
Oh yeah.
So nice of them.
I
wish that your household was closer to my household so that I could also have a cupcake. We'll figure it out one day. When we last left our heroes, they were in the alley facing off with their former coven member, Nia. She looks haughty.
So Mandy immediately, because I was out with the roller pin, and she immediately drops her stance and even steps half past Tabitha, and that's Tabitha's like, no. She's like, Nia.
Oh.
Do you want a cupcake? I made honey nougat. Are you coming home?
In a manner of speaking, I do need this area.
Mandy, don't talk to this harlot.
Whoa.
You left us.
Oh,
I had to explain to all of my followers why I wasn't posting about you anymore.
Did I leave or did you all drive me out?
Mandy just deflates a little bit.
Yes, I am also just frozen in feelings of utter guilt and just glancing over to Mandy oh no.
I'm just saying, regardless of how it all went down, the way you left was kind of rude.
I agree. Okay. You all were very rude. Listen, this doesn't have to be a thing. I just need to borrow the space directly underneath the honeybean, just for a little bit.
What? No?
You're not really using the space beneath the honeybean, are you? You're not.
Okay, hold on, Nia. This is always how it starts, isn't it?
Yeah.
I look at Mandy and I'm like, look back at
I would love to help you, but the honeybean is a highly magical location and your request is a little bit, tiny bit sus.
What do you mean?
Tabitha, what do we mean?
It means
you just shoved her forward. Yeah, tell her what I mean.
It means, okay, not everything is a transaction, okay? You can't just come up here and just ask for things, okay? If you want to be friends with us, if you want people to do favors for you, you have to interact, okay? We can't always be looking to get something out of the situation.
Well, I can offer something.
Are you going to unblock me on Facebook?
I deactivated my Facebook ages ago.
Oh.
And she pulls out a little pouch. She says, I know how difficult it is for you all to get that one special ingredient for the cupcake recipe that Mandy has always wanted to try. She opens the top of the pouch and it's almost like celestial lighting comes out just for a moment. And you all get a whiff of this really intense spice. It kind of smells like cinnamon, but not really. It's kind of off of cinnamon. And she closes it up. And Mandy, this is the ingredient that you need to make the recipe that is supposed to be your cupcakes for inner peace.
Oh. I was going to go with something superficial, like turning into a rainbow unicorn, but this is actually deep.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute, but where did you get that? Because, and here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
You are always going around borrowing stuff.
Yeah.
And then I'm just going to have to say it. And I don't want to get back into the drama here.
Mm-hmm.
Go off, Queen.
Look, I miss you and I want you to come back. But sometimes when you borrow something, you have to give it back.
Mm.
And, you're not known for doing that. And like, look, I let bygones be bygones here. But is that something that you can actually give to Mandy right now? Or is that just something you took from another witch and said you would bring it back later?
I mean, it is in my possession now. It is mine. I can give it to Mandy. I just need to borrow the space underneath the honeybean.
Is the reason Mandy doesn't have this ingredient and it's super hard to get because you get it from like ground pixie bones?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of rumors as to where you would find it. It's one of those questable items, right? That you have to like maybe not do some of the most up and up stuff to get it. But she didn't say she made it. She said she has it. It's hers now. So like there are absolutely witches and wizards in the world who have stashes of it. They're just very protective of it. Making more of it is not possible. I think this is maybe one of those like whatever is already in the world is in the world. And that's it.
Hold on for a second. And I pull the others to the side. Okay, so look, she's really good at magic. What if we get the ingredient and we have her make the dream cupcakes?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, actually. Like, part of the reason that we have issues with our recipes sometimes, I feel, and I've been feeling this for a long time, and tell me if you think that this is something you're feeling too, that our magic is off. I'm always so pissed at her, and this is what makes it so complicated. But when she's not here, we don't always get done the magic things that we're trying to do. So I feel like, yeah, if we could get her to, help us with this potion, she might even be able to help us figure out who in the dreams is causing these nightmares. What do you guys think, though?
Callie, no. We are the most. And I say this with like so much like vigor in my heart for you guys. We're fierce. Like together, we are unstoppable. We're literally unstoppable. Okay. We don't need Nia's magic. And what's she going to do underneath our shop? What if we can't use it anymore? If she's going to like, I don't know, grow like a beanstalk and like put us like 100,000 feet up in the air, or like, I don't know, something crazy like that. You know how Nia can get.
Oh, hold on for a sec. Why does she need our permission? Do we know exactly what Fern wards against? Since clearly she needs us to bypass the ward.
That's a good question.
That is a good question. I mean, it's probably something evil because I've heard that if you're going to bypass a ward like that to do something dastardly, you have to be allowed by another user of magic. And this is why I don't trust her. But like at the same time, I just don't feel right about the way we left things. Mandy, you know what I'm talking about here. And Tabitha, I appreciate your rallying cry for self-esteem. Like, we need that. But like, what can we do about it? I mean, maybe we could give it to her and then like put some conditions on it. Like she can't use it for anything evil. It has to be something that contributes to the health and vitality of the honeybee.
No, because killing every other barista in like the entire country would definitely up our revenue. But we still do not want her to do that.
Dark.
Excellent point.
I don't want Nia ruining the shop that we've been working on so hard. I mean, when she left, we were broken. We had to rebuild our coven, and I just don't want to see that happen again.
Has anyone ever been to the basement? I mean, all of my ingredients are upstairs.
No, I think Fern goes down there sometimes.
Yeah, but like she says we don't need to. And then there's like, I heard there's like terrible lighting down there. It's just
can't take any pictures, no exposure, and like can't post anything. It's a dead zone.
There's no reception.
Reception, yeah.
Okay, I have an idea. Let's go down there with her. And we'll say, look, we're going to go down there and check it out. We don't actually know what the basement looks like because we've never been. And so she may also want to check it out before agreeing to this deal. And we'll do a little tour down in the basement. If there's anything horrifying down there, she'll protect us from it, which goodness knows there might be. And then maybe on the way we can try to find out like what she wants to do with it.
What if we just ask her what she wants? Hey, Nia, what do you want to do in the basement?
I just need to do a quick little ritual. Won't take long at all.
What kind of ritual?
I mean, you know how private witchcraft can be. This is a personal thing for me.
Well,
it used to be a coven thing for you.
Well, yeah, and then you stopped letting me be in your coven.
I mean, we could have worked it out. I'm saying it. We just like talk it out. Like group therapy usually works for these kinds of things. All you have to do is just schedule a session. I mean, I could have done it myself.
Is it possible for me to have one of my magical cold brews be a tell the truth?
Sure. I'm good with that.
Truth serum.
Truth
Yes.
serum.
Truth coffee.
So is this do you think this would be a sprinkles roll, or is this spending a point? I'm gonna have it be a sprinkles roll, I think. Let's do it.
All right. So I mean, I suppose like you can't force someone to drink something. So
I appreciate that. Yes.
It's something that I'm actually going to just like sprinkle on her.
Oh, yeah.
Because this stuff works even just if it gets on you.
Just like as long as it's absorbed into your skin,
Yes.
kind of a thing.
In an effort to regain our friendship, you're going to throw coffee in her face.
Yeah,
Exactly.
It's cold coffee. It's not, it won't hurt.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm just gonna
Theoretically.
like kind of go like this, and I'm like gonna just like spring it on her, just like
All right.
just a
give
flash.
me a sprinkles roll. See what happens.
Okay. So I rolled a 4 and my sprinkles is a 3.
Okay, so your sprinkles goes down by 1, and it does succeed. You do spray it all over her. You also, though, in your effort to do this, you're clumsy and guilty a little bit, and so you drop one of your other magical coffees,
Mm-hmm.
and it shatters on the ground. And unfortunately, that was one weirdly that was going to grow flowers, and now there's flowers all over the alley in like a hard, like it's hard for you to get through them. They all grew in like one little spot. And Nia, the coffee sprays her and she's shrieking and smoking.
Oh no.
And as you are watching, the form of Nia contracts and then starts moving around and turns into just like a giant shadowy form.
You threw a shape-shifting shadow potion on her? Why?
That's not what it was. That's not what it was.
What a weird choice. Why would you?
Mandy, that's not Nia.
That's definitely not Nia. Who are you? Who are you? What is this? What are you doing here pretending to be our coven member?
Tendrils come out and touch your brain.
Oh no.
Tendrils from the shadow come out and into like each of your foreheads, and you are just assaulted with like nightmare scenarios in rapid succession.
Oh my god. What I'm curious what nightmares people are seeing at this moment.
Yeah, what are your own personal nightmares, everyone?
Probably an endless stream of burnt cupcakes. And then in the distance, Nia, who's like dying alone because something terrible happened to her and we weren't there to save her.
Oh no.
Yep.
Tabby is on stage performing Black Swan, and the spotlights are all on her, but it's a completely empty audience. Nobody showed up.
Oh no.
Oh my gosh. So Galaxy is dreaming that she's drinking and drinking and drinking, but is always still thirsty and just is feeling this immense sense of thirst and hunger, but then never satiated.
Never sated. And in the background of all of your dreams is this shadow, this big lurking shadow. All of your scenarios.
So we're dreaming right now. Is that the case?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, at least, hey, because we sucked up making the dreaming cupcakes, so bypass that problem.
Yeah. Nailed it. Thank you, Shadow Demon. Whatever you've done. Made it.
Are we separated from one another? Like in our own?
Yeah, you can't see each other.
Okay. Well, I'm going to try a cupcake here. I'm going to see if I can, if this is like an illusion, then I can like maybe dispel it.
Okay.
Yeah. So
give me a sprinkles roll.
I got 2, and my sprinkles is 2.
Great. Yeah, it's not necessarily an illusion, but you can feel the like connection point, and you're able to sever yourself from it with the cupcake.
Gotcha. Do I learn anything?
This thing is, you could feel it getting more powerful off of your fear.
Okay.
And you can see now your 2 coven members still connected. It's like their whole face is covered now with a shadow that's connected to.
Stop!
Nailed it.
Ah!
They're like, oh, sorry. And they stop and leave. No, just kidding. My bad.
My bad.
Oops.
I'm going to try to, I don't know. I'm going to use spice here to try to like yell at the shadow creature and like threaten it.
Yeah.
And threaten like powerful magics. And, like,
okay. Great. Give me that spice roll.
Okay. I got a 6. My spice is 3.
Okay. Well, now your spice is 2. And it is ignoring you completely. Just insignificant.
Okay. It's not working. What do I do?
Mandy or Gal, is there anything you would like to try?
Yeah. Could I, because we're aware that we're dreaming, could I use sugar to feel Tabitha and Galaxy with, our inner coven friendship, magical bond, and then go find them in Dreamscape. And probably, because Tabitha severed herself, so I probably can't find her, but I could maybe find Gal.
But you don't know that because you're where you're at. So give me a sugar roll. Let's see.
Okay. Yeah, that is a 2. That's a success.
Great. You sort of pull on you reach out for both of them, and you try to find that little like spot inside you where you know that they're okay, and you can't find Tabitha, but you find Gal.
Oh, Tabitha is dead.
And you pull on, it makes you a little frantic, and you pull on Gal, and you are then next to her in the dreamscape, and you can see her like drinking and eating and just like constantly trying to fix this, and it's not working.
Oh my God, stop drinking all these coffees. You're going to get dehydrated from all the caffeine. No, stop that.
So hearing her voice, I have a moment of feeling there's a break in that feeling of hunger and eating and consumption I've gotten trapped into this dream. And suddenly through that feeling of friendship that was channeled as this magical connection, I'm like, I get a moment of respite. I get a moment of satisfaction.
Yeah.
And then I like look over and I see you standing next to me at this sort of dark table where I've been kind of just like glued to my seat. Oh my gosh. Where are we? We're dreaming, aren't we? We're in the dream.
We're in the nightmare escape, and I don't mean to alarm you, but Tabitha is either awake or dead, and I don't know which.
Oh my God. We lost Mia. We can't lose Tabitha.
Yes.
We have got to get out of here.
Stay here and fight the shadow thing.
That's also a good idea. Maybe we can fight it from within.
Yes. I'm not sure how.
Yeah. Well, I don't have access to any of my cold brews because like that's
you have your 3 wake up cold brews.
Yes. I have my wake up potions, and they're sort of magically manifest here because that's how they work.
Okay. Oh, it feeds on nightmares. What if we turn the nightmares into pleasant dreams? But you're a great barista, and I'm a fabulous chef. What if we turn all this terrible food that doesn't give you any satisfaction into good food?
I love that idea. So there's like this banquet table that's got this sort of, it's like food, but you can pass your hand through it, right? Like it's insubstantial.
Yes.
So we got to like turn it into like substantial food.
Yes.
So I'm going to let you choose. This can either be a sugar roll because of the fact that you're trying to use your friendship and your joy and happiness, or it can be a sprinkles roll because you are using magic. That is up to you.
I would like to go for sugar because I failed a couple of sprinkle rolls already, and it's super low right now.
Okay.
And maybe I'd also like to use sugar, and maybe because we're both doing a sugar roll, it's like part of it is from this like feeling of safety that we're giving each other.
Totally.
So we're going to pick up.
In fact, I'm going to say that because you are working in tandem, only one of you needs to succeed that sugar roll.
Okay.
Because you are helping each other.
Okay. Well, I suggest the currently highest roll. Okay, so.
You got a 4?
Yep, currently.
I got a 5 and I have a 4 in sugar.
And Steffi, what's your sugar?
I currently have a 4 on.
Oh, you really have a 4. Okay, give me your roll.
I rolled a 2.
Okay, yeah. So you do succeed. It starts manifesting. It's like it's rolling through, and it's starting to lighten up a little bit. All of the food is becoming substantial, and the drinks are becoming substantial, and like they're really pretty cupcakes, and they look like the ones you make in the shop with pretty sprinkles on top and really vibrant colors. And as it's rolling through, it's starting to get into the shadow monster is starting to like absorb some of it. And Tabitha, you see it starting to shudder and shrink outside.
Okay. I'm gonna really quickly run over to the counter and
Okay.
grab the mini cupcakes display glass with the glass like dome top.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna run outside with it, and I'm gonna see if I can like maybe capture the creature with it.
Yes.
Okay. So give me this seems pretty forceful to me. So I'm gonna call this a spice roll.
Nice. Okay.
You're getting what you want through force. Here we go.
Okay, hold on. I got a 2. My spice is 2.
So you slam it down on top of this creature that your friends have been weakening, but you don't know that, but it has been weakening, and you slam it down and it cuts the connection with Mandy and Gal. And they sort of gasp as they wake back up and are cut off. And it's now like stuck inside this dome, and it's starting to like thunk at the dome, right? Like you're starting to have a hard time, like all your weight on it. You're having a hard time keeping it in one spot because it's trying to get out. It's
So
like
guys,
the worst kind of mime.
Yeah, wait, I've got
get out here.
I've got duct tape in the kitchen for cupcakes that are falling apart, and I go get it.
You put tape on cup. Never mind. Help.
Don't tell the health department. Mushrooms and duct tape.
While she's running, I run over to it and also like lean my weight down on top of it just to like bolster the like holding this thing down. Cause like I imagine Tabitha's kind of like this at this point, and I'm like,
Yes.
I got you. And then like go like this, like keep it in there while we're
Yeah, and I just come with the duct tape. I'm like rolling up this roll.
Okay. Let's try to get it onto the display case.
Oh, the plate.
The base.
Oh, like
Yeah.
the base.
Yes.
All right. Well, you're all working together. And this again feels like a spice roll.
Yes.
I would like it from everyone, but I am going to adjudicate this as long as there are 2 successes between the 3 of you, then you can, without letting it out.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh no.
Well, we need 2 more.
I got a 6.
I got a 2 and I have a 2, so I succeeded.
Okay.
I got a 6.
Yeah, I got a 4 and I've got a 2.
Okay. So, it starts to it looks like you're almost getting it on the base, right? It's almost there. And it kicks some little tendril out, and it actually shatters the bottom of the base. And so it's starting to flow out of the
Okay,
cloche.
just put it down on the floor. Just put it down onto the pavement. I'm going to duct tape the thing to the pavement.
To the pavement.
Yes,
To the
we'll
pavement,
call Lavender
okay.
to come pick it up.
Okay. Got it. Your problem now. All right.
Yeah, I start duct taping.
Yeah,
the
you
tape.
already had it. And you had already contained it within that cloche. So I'm going to say that you have succeeded in keeping it. It's in one spot. It's just
We've
like
duct
at
taped
this moment,
to
it
the
looks like
pavement.
a mound of duct tape that's just kind of like bumping around.
Yes.
Whew.
Yeah. So you,
Whoa.
yeah. So you call,
We should tell Fern that we succeeded
Oh,
so that she
yeah.
can call Lavender.
okay. So,
Okay, I'll watch it.
Okay.
it was interesting because you said the name Fern and she appeared in the,
Don't do that.
Hi, Fern.
but did you not need me? I thought you said you needed me.
I mean, yes, we do. We caught the Tabitha caught the nightmare creature, I think.
Oh, that's so great. Good job.
Yeah,
Where is it?
I gestured to the pile of duct tape.
She sort of like leans around you and is like, I mean, that's just like a really, that was a really creative use of duct tape.
Yes.
Nice job. Nice job,
Thank you.
team. And then she sort of like looks off. She's like, oh, I think we're going to have customers soon in just a minute. And as she says that, people start walking into the shop.
Okay.
She said, I'll call Lavender. Don't worry. I'll tell you. Guys, go ahead and get back to work. Thank you.
Yes.
First customer back, by the way, is Alec.
Oh no.
And I'm going to say that is the end of our adventure. So I'm going to give you guys a little postscript, right? So what ends up happening is Lavender comes in and brings a couple other council members. They take care of the shadow creature. She begrudgingly tells you all that you did a good job. And then she leaves again. Alec doesn't order anything, but also doesn't leave until you all close and he has to be kicked out. So he sort of hangs around Tabitha for a while, just kind of like sweetly waiting. Tabitha, yet again, your courage fails you and you do not ask Alec out yet again. One day, perhaps. Mandy and Gal, you are doing a brisk business. That pouch of stuff was not real. It was an illusion made by the shadow creature, so you weren't able to get it. But you were able to do a little bit more. You have some new stuff that you can start working on, and everybody seems to be pretty happy. The camera cuts. The post-credit scene, the camera cuts to a really dark place, and the figure that we know as Nia from what we saw earlier. There's a very pale version of her. She's dirty and she's actually trapped in this dark cave area, and another creature comes around the corner and drops some food off and says, you're a little unlucky they didn't buy it this time, so we'll have to try again. And then they leave and she's stuck, bound and gagged and waiting.
Whoa.
So
could I suggest we all get a group selfie in the shop while we're all working?
Yeah.
Like,
actually, it's not a selfie. Alec volunteers to take it.
Yes.
Yay.
And I just wanted to say that for this selfie, I did finally shapeshift so that it could be on the gram. And
yes,
in this moment, I am a black and white cat, gigantically round, beautifully soft cat.
Ooh,
that has
boy.
like kind of a starry pattern.
Oh, I love it.
And since Tabitha asked me to shapeshift, I'm like on you, like just sort of like
shoulder cat.
Yes. Shoulder cat.
Yes.
Yeah.
And when you look afterwards, you don't remember her being there, but Fern is absolutely there. Just like in the picture somehow.
Hashtag besties.
Hashtag besties. Yes. So that was our adventure in Cupcake Witches. If you ever want to come back, we perhaps have a quest to save Nia, maybe.
Yes.
Never know.
Save Nia.
Save Nia.
Yes,
Hashtag
exactly.
Save Nia. Which will be Tabitha's next big social media push.
Absolutely. Yes.
Yes.
Come on, Honeybean Army.
Yes. Honeybean Army. Honeybean Hive is the Hive.
Yes.
So let's do our moments of gratitude. How did everybody feel? What stuck out to you?
I had so much fun in general with the with the feeling like being a group. Like it's the first time I've played with Javion.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And Nat, and it just felt like the characters have known each other for such a long time, and I had a ton of fun.
Yeah, it was. You all just fell right into your roles. It was so fun to see.
Yeah, big shout out to you, Steffie, for like keeping us on track and coming up with like good like plans for our group.
Yes.
Yeah, I actually just like. I there's so many good character moments, but like also since you're the designer of the game, I did really want to recognize that I love the way the mechanics work in this. It like the fact that we failed a lot felt like it just gave us so many good hooks to make interesting things happen. I really love that. not afraid of failure. We got to figure out something else. That moment when we didn't make the cupcake successfully was actually one of my favorites.
Yeah, I was like, what's going to happen? What do we do now? Do we just start over and try again?
I know. I totally had like a picture of how it was going to go. And then I had to disengage from that and just actually, this is the story we're telling.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how good a GM Sarah is. Could always get us to the finish line.
We're gonna figure it out. We'll weave all your stories in. It's gonna be great.
Yeah,
I thought this was such a fun, like, sweet little game, but I also love the idea that it can get a bit darker because magic can be very dark, and it can transform itself. It can mold itself around whatever your group wants. I just thought was like, I really appreciate when things are versatile that way. And there's a lot of games I feel personally that couldn't do dark and fun and light. Like it's kind of built to be one or the other. So I super appreciate.
Yeah, I love like cozy horror.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
What a fun phrase. I have never heard that before, but I like it.
I love that. I try to get that into all of my work where I have creative leeway. I'm like, it needs to be horror, but also cozy.
But also comfy.
Yeah. This was the first time I've ever played an RPG or a game where it was a mostly female or all female cast, and the only male character I could identify actually said nothing the entire time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was just sort of there patronizing the coffee shop.
Yeah. He was around.
Yeah.
He was causing embarrassment and frustration. But yeah.
Yeah. But it made it a lot of fun to sort of explore different characters that I normally don't get to experience. It was really fun.
Yay. I just like all of it. Steffi, where can we find this game if people want to buy it?
Yeah, you can find it on my itch.io.
There's a debate on whether it's itch.io or itch.io.
It's there. My page is Steffie de Vaan. Steffi, you know what? Go over to Twitter. Go to 100 things I love, and 100 is the number, and then things I love, and you'll find me. And I've got a link tree, and it has all of my stuff, including the itch show. And then you can find Cupcake Witches, and it actually comes in a bundle. If you want to get it, you can get it separately, but it comes in a bundle with another game that I wrote, with which it shares a universe. The other one is a little darker. But it has the same mechanics, and it's a different angle of this wider supernatural universe.
Wow.
Cool.
So you can get them together.
Play all the things.
Yes.
Throw money at Steffi.
That's it. Yes.
Let's go around the table. Please tell us where we can find you. This is an excellent place also to plug anything that you guys have coming up. So I'm gonna start with Nat. Tell me what's up, lady.
Yeah, I can be found on Twitter and Instagram at Nat Mesnard. That's NatMesnard. So I'm around on social. I pretty much exist on the internet. My website is NatAliemesnard.com. That's nataliemesnard.com. Most of my current projects and the things I'm teaching and working on are there. What's coming up? I think the best thing for me to plug right now is actually I make a really awesome podcast called Queers at the End of the World. It's queer and trans perspectives on classic and contemporary dystopian media. And it's really awesome. I am really excited about it right now. And if you like hearing me talking, you can hear a lot more of it along with my co-host, Nino McClown. My socials have links to all of that stuff, but I love making media. I love talking about stuff. I love imagining imaginary worlds, which is part of what we do on the cast. So we play, we talk, and this kind of beautiful, cozy horror energy is totally a part of it. So please listen. Yeah.
I feel like cozy horror energy needs to be like a sticker.
Yes.
Or a t-shirt or something. I need that in my life. Let's get that. Let's get working on that, internet. Javion, where can we find you? What do you got coming up?
You can find me on twitch.tv/GenConTV every Friday from 2 p.m. all the way through game night, and the one day that I'll also be here.
Yeah.
So yeah, you get a whole day of me.
Nothing but Javion. Javion's all the way down. Just
exactly. And keep an eye out for Gen Con coming in August this year. I will be there, and I will be all around helping out with different streaming things. I'll be doing some shows. So if you can't make it, make sure you check out Gen Con online as well.
Javion will be like Fern and will just pop up everywhere in Gen Con that you are. Surprise! Here I am. Steffi, is there anything else that you wanted to plug while you're here?
Yes, actually. So if you go over to my link tree, it's got my independent games. I've written things for the Storyteller's Vault if you're interested in Vampire, or for the DM's Guild if you're interested in D&D. But also, please go ahead and follow Angry Hamster Publishing on Twitter, because we have a thing coming out that is not announced yet, so I can't say it.
It's a surprise thing.
But if you liked this stream, you're probably going to like the thing. So go like Angry Hamster Publishing so that you can get all of our news when we tell everyone.
Yeah, I love it. Awesome. My name is Sarah Moore. You can find me on Facebook at Actress Sarah Moore. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram and Ko-Fi and TikTok at Pixies and Pins. You can find me here every Friday night at 5 p.m. Pacific on Sarah's Table on twitch.tv/GenConTV. Next week, I think, I don't know what we're playing next time. We have Wander Home coming up with Jay Dragon. We have a couple other things in the works. I may be probably bringing puppets back at some point, even though I do need just like a tiny break from them for a little while.
They're intense.
They're very intense. But if you are a game designer and there is something that you would like to try to get featured on the table, like, please contact me. I am very indie friendly, and I really want to spotlight games that don't get as much hype as D&D do. So please call me up. Don't call me. I didn't give you my phone number. Message me on a social media platform where it is socially acceptable to do so. That's all I have to say about that. Thank you to my editor for making this into something joyful and normal. And thank you to Gen Con TV for giving me this platform. And thank you to everybody here who was at my table. I appreciate you so much. Thank you at home for watching. And as always, keep making art and keep being art. We will see you next time. Mwah!
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.